Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, you know, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
Two roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match, and accompanied by Paul Ellering and a combined weight of 620 pounds. Akam and Razor, the authors of pain.
AOP look unintimidated by the task at hand. They are totally prepared for the merciless tandem of 3-minute warning.
You know, there's actually a lot in common between these two teams in terms of tactics and physicality.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
This at a combined weight of 770 pounds. Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These two hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over. AOP and 3-minute warning both love to bring the pain to their opponents, but I'm not sure AOP's ready for the pure chaos that is 3-minute warning. That ability to be totally unpredictable could play in 3-minute warning's favor.
Interesting point, Corey. AOP likes to slowly grind their opponents into dust, but 3-minute warning are always looking for a quick, dominant win.
Jokes up their opponent.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight.
What the heck is this manager doing looking under the ring? He can't be acting like this. And Jamal looked out of his element on that one.
Razor doing what he can to protect his territory. Ooh, answer that with a stiff knee.
He's got that sledgehammer. I don't know why he's wasting time.
What in the world? That's a hammer. You can't just throw a hammer.
Got him right where he wants him.
He's able to kick out before two.
Strong kick out, but you have to wonder if he can keep it up.
Power slap cover here. Is it enough? Gets the shoulder up.
He's still in the fight, but for how much longer?
My goodness, the human skeleton shouldn't have to endure a smash like that. And that'll take a bit of the fight out of Akam.
Jamal putting his bad intentions to work.
He counters with a great reversal. Has an answer for Akam. Targeted stop to the arm. Uh-oh. Headbutt to the gut.
And now placed in the corner.
Sliding back into the ring.
To the outside. This one is headed to the outside. From the top.
All the way down to the floor.
The high risk just resulted in a big splat. Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition. We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one is safe when you're in the vicinity of these teams.
A big kick to the gut and a thunder. Jamal pins the shoulders down. Razor gets the shoulder up.
No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
He's looking fairly drained.
Yeah, but no one from the top. That's it. What a splash. Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors. Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it. We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
Watch for the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a rough tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected. Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse. AOP and 3-minute warning both love to bring the pain to their opponents. But I'm not sure AOP's ready for the pure chaos that is 3-minute warning. That ability to be totally unpredictable could play in 3-minute warning's favor.
Interesting point, Corey. AOP likes to slowly grind their opponents into dust, but 3-minute warning are always looking for a quick, dominant win. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over. Oof, and all the impact brought to the knee.
It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, Akam is leaking now. Gonna break someone's back and make him humble. He is struggling.
How do you counter the camel clutch?
He's prying their hands apart. Things are heading ringside now.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 375 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings. From the apron, you gotta be kidding me! Boom! Off the barricade! I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match hoping to get chucked around like that. A show of confidence from Rosie.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
And he's going with the great equalizer here, the steel chair.
He is getting rid of the turnbuckle pad. Don't say that too loud, Sax. He might get caught.
Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 13.
Well, nothing fancy here. Instant victory.
Backed up. Just kicks out.
Somehow, some way.
Being able to pull that off, no one is going to question if you skip going to the gym today.
Oh, man. Just taunting him with the chair now. Aiming to injure for sure.
Oh, and Akam goes for a quick ride. And he's looking out of sorts now.
You know exactly what you're getting into when you sign up for this kind of match.
Oh, my gosh. As the fight continues ringside, we may need to relocate soon.
I'm already ahead of you. Grabbing my notes.
Tossed back into the ring.
Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen. Both teams don't care what the motive is, don't care who the target is. Their goal always remains the same, and that is complete destruction of the opposition.
We call them equal opportunity ass kickers. The first few rows should take a couple steps back because no one... Incoming!
Oh, he saw it coming. What impact! He wants to end this for the win! Yeah, kick out at 2.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
On a stop.
Oh, a headbutt right to the shoulder.
That's using your noggin.
Oh, did you hear the sound that made? Look out! Lands the splash.
Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
Cover and keeps his partner alive.
Taking out the knee.
We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP...
They go.
driven down with a Samoan driver. 3-minute warning might just be done messing around.
Rosie and Jamal survive Extreme Rules.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the Bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making history tonight here in St. Louis, the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
The following is the first ever Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Introducing first, from the Queen City, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair looking to become a Triple Crown champion. Every title, every opportunity she has put in front of herself, she has seized. This is a night where careers change forever.
You're right, Cole. You can feel it. Legends are going to be made. Careers defined. Hearts broken. This is Money in the Bank.
And Byron, Becky Lynch with a very astute point. I rip off arms. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Next, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch.
To add to that, Michael, I talked to Becky earlier and I asked, are you nervous about this? She said, yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm more excited than anything because I get to be part of history.
Becky Lynch, the first woman drafted to SmackDown. First SmackDown Women's Champion. Can she become the first Miss Money in the Bank?
You can feel the excitement. The moment they brought out the ladders before this show started, there is a big fight field right here in St. Louis.
There's a big fight coming. Tamina, perhaps the most dominant superstar in this match.
And I guarantee she is not fazed by taking on 4 different opponents in a ladder match.
From the Pacific Islands, Tamina.
This is a milestone moment that is being watched all over the world.
And Tamina is hoping to live up to her family's legacy. She wants that briefcase. She wants that title. It's in her blood.
Mela is money, and she is as confident as ever.
Making her way to the ring from Staten Island,
Byron, Carmella's made a couple of good points recently, saying, I was the last woman drafted in the WWE draft last summer. How big of a chip is on her shoulder?
Oh, she's got a huge chip on her shoulder. And also, don't forget, Carmella has had some major victories lately, so she has all the fuel you could need heading into a match of this type.
Natalya, another superstar who walks into this match thinking she has legacy on her side tonight.
and from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Natalya!
Every last woman in this match has chased this opportunity so fiercely. They have chased the championship, perhaps none more so than Natalya.
Winning Money in the Bank would certainly go a long way to helping Natalya prove she too is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Winning that briefcase is like taking the proverbial express lane to success.
Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with a chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Down with force.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history's being made. Not when you can go down in the record books.
On the apron.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
Showing no signs of defense here, guys. The contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
Using the elbow to escape the attack. Now this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in. Brutal boot.
Time for us to clear the way.
Already ahead of you.
Textbook side Russian leg sweep.
Just raining down punches.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. It could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Caught the leg. Body shot. Returning to the ring now. Here we go, Byron.
Samoan drop.
Stop to the belly. She gets bounced into the corner. Oof. And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms. Just multiple kicks right to the face.
And any one of those shots could take you out for good.
Let's hope this thing doesn't get any closer to us.
Hoping's a good start, but we might be better off just backing up now.
What a smash!
That is just insulting.
The patience of Charlotte being tested there, but as we know, she can get mean real quick.
Carmella shows she can be a brutal competitor on that exchange.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women from the top.
Then now to Tamina. Top down. Seat at the table. And she's positioning the ladder perfectly in the center of the ring there. Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
She's got it in her hands.
Can she end it here?
Is this the right time? Is this the career-making moment?
Whoa! Just tossing that table around like it was nothing.
Suplex. Very nice. Coming next. Well-executed suplex. She's starting to struggle here.
If this keeps up, climbing that ladder is going to be very difficult.
Byron, we got the ladder. Center of the ring.
This is where you need to be. Reaching.
So close to victory.
And it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there.
Natalya trying to reach out for the contract.
With a history books. Her name once more. From way up. Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring.
She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
This could be the beginning of the end.
Uh-oh. Sharpshooter applied.
She might want to tap here. Maybe her opponent will show her mercy then.
Giving up, she's quitting, but it doesn't save her from the hold here. There goes Carmella into a rough landing.
Ladder's in position, gonna make the climb.
Trying to reach it, trying to win.
Every second up there is allowing the opposition to recover.
Better hurry.
Natty by nature.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
She set the ladder up dead center.
Her eyes are on the prize now.
Fisherman suplex. Taken down to the mat. Samoan drop.
Incredible.
She's getting into dangerous waters here.
Taking on so much offense.
You gotta worry about the lingering effects.
Ooh! There it is! Reversal! Here we go! Bang! And she reversed it! What a sidewalk slam!
Tamina getting wrapped up pretty good here.
Yeah, she's really in trouble now. I don't know if she can turn it around.
Well,
submission specialist Natalya.
Oh yeah, Natalya
This is a hard family tradition. The sharpshooter, Byron.
It's got to be a matter of seconds before we hear something pop.
And she releases her own submission. And I have to question as to why she would do that.
This looks like she's setting the foundation for a masterfully laid trap.
She's struggling to get back up, but she's about to feel so much worse.
Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my. Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
And undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder?
A side slam. And the fight keeps being brought to Natalya.
Natalya has to be sensing things slipping away.
Stop after stop after stop. Boom.
Setting up the ladder, center of the ring.
Definitely the spot you want to put it.
Climbing up. But is there enough time to go for the win? She's reaching for it. This new generation of female superstars are providing yet another milestone moment here. Tamina, Charlotte, Carmella, Natalya, and Becky Lynch will climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. Become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
Stalling suplex. No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for himself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Such a dangerous setting for all these superstars. Ladders are everywhere. Each competitor is only limited by their imagination.
Your head has to be on a constant swivel. Ladders will be used as weapons. Anything can happen to get that briefcase.
We might need to consider relocating soon.
Yeah, this fight's getting closer and closer to our table.
Nice gut-wrench suplex.
No idea where this one's heading.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize on the apron.
She's got to feel her opponent staring daggers at her here. Taking flight all the way to the outside.
Carmella perhaps realizing there that she's not as untouchable as she claims.
Uh-oh. No! You are guaranteed to hit a steel beam out on the apron, and they definitely just felt all of it.
Going right after the arm of their opponent, applying the arm bar. Nice takedown. Punisher.
You can see Charlotte's expert game plan experiencing a minor hitch there.
Yeah, Tamina just inflicted as much pain as possible and enjoy.
Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before, it could be a coming out party for Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
Just like that, sent out of the ring. She's choosing to leave the ring now. Getting back into the ring now. Setting the ladder up in the center of the ring.
Almost touching the prize at this point.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
It's going to take some time, but you got to just keep going.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a 3rd-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank. Leading her into the corner now.
Mudhole stomping.
You gotta wonder if there's more animosity in this match than we previously thought.
Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
Ouch. A contract that could change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
She's been slowed down yet again.
Yeah, the effects of this ladder match are not going to go away anytime soon. Aggressive side slam. Up for the electric chair, down for the drop.
Headed up that ladder, center of the ring.
What in the world is going through that brain?
This is too much for me.
Oh my God!
Good God! What just happened?
Leaping off the ladder proves to be a costly error.
Good gravy. Thrown into the corner with a little something extra.
She's back in the ring now.
Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb.
This is the chance. Could be the only one.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands.
And she's going to try and make it up the ladder. Wait, why are you standing on top of the ladder? Oh my goodness, not for the ring!
That didn't look good at all. A ringside doctor's on hand if needed. Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh my God, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? And she's pulled out a steel chair. That could be an equalizer inside the ring.
And she's only taking more damage at this stage.
This deep into a ladder match, the last thing you want is to start breaking down.
Tamina's absolutely wrecking shop on Natalya, making sure the veteran won't have the strength to climb a ladder at all.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
She lost some of her stamina at this stage.
Yeah, but when ladders are part of the match, you really can't expect anything less.
Needs to move quick here.
This might be her chance.
Time is your enemy here. I just don't know if there's enough of it to get it down.
Look at that insult to injury with that one. Teeth. She's ready to take this match to the outside. Looking for something, anything under the ring.
Oh, taken down in one fell swoop.
Double axe handle. She got put to the test there.
Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Climbing up, but is there enough time to go for the win? Victory is within reach now.
Might be a little overzealous going for it here.
Too late to stop now, though.
for monitors right now. The fight is right in front of us.
I can't imagine the pain being felt right now.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer a good defense will even matter at this point.
Taking even more damage. She can't be thinking clearly right now.
Everything she has been through to this point, she is feeling all of it right now.
Oh, right into a counter. Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly. She's reaching up and trying to unhook it as fast as she can.
Maybe this isn't a good position to go for it.
That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
This has to feel so validating for Tamina. She came in tonight with her family in mind, and they must be proud of her now.
Tamina has a legacy to live up to, and becoming the first ever Ms. Money in the Bank only honors the rich family name.
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are gonna be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso Penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jay could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world-famous 4-time champs and feel the power! It's a new day, yes it is!
Are you prepared to kick off Hell in a Cell with the 4-time tag team champions?
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and accompanied by Kofi Kingston at a combined weight of 490 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Xavier Woods and Big E, the New Day.
Well, I can't say that I'm ever prepared for a man swiveling his hips and playing the trombone on the way to the biggest fight of his life.
This is our first Hell in a Cell match of the night. The New Day actually requested this match to defend their tag titles.
Who would have thought 4 months ago when this rivalry began that it would end once and for all inside Hell in a Cell?
New Day about to make it evident that the time for fun and games is over.
This is the first time that tag titles will ever be defended inside Hell in a Cell.
And at a combined weight of 493 pounds, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos!
Tonight in Detroit, the Usos welcoming New Day into the penitentiary. This is going to be like a Chow Hall beatdown.
In every sport, you hear about super teams. Well, tonight, we're seeing 2 super teams of the modern era. This is going to be special.
It's not paranoia, it's the Usos.
Tornado tag rules here, gentlemen. 2-on-2 as Kofi is going to be locked outside the structure.
Pinfall or submission needs to happen in the ring, but we all know this fight's going to go everywhere before that happens. Tag Team Championships on the line. May the best team win.
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules, a 2-on-2 match where the pinfall and submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell, no tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
Rocket kick! The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of.
It would be a very proud moment for the Anoa'i family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of the elite specimens come from the Anoa'i blood.
And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
A steel chair? Something we all know can be a devastating weapon. For the title. We'll see if this is the start of a rally.
Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure. Talking we've heard leading into this match. We've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom of biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Corey, for as entertaining as the New Day are, they can scrap with the best of them. Remember that.
Look, don't let the booty-os and trombones fool you. New Day can get down and dirty, especially when they have the Usos pushing them. New Day are prepared for an all-out brawl tonight.
Bam! Suplex!
Power like that is what makes our champion so intimidating.
Headed back into the ring. Vicious, aggressive attacks. Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary.
Oh, that's just an agitating thing to do.
There was no issue with that attack. Hey, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Who are we to judge? Bam!
Oh, a backbreaker!
Right to the spine.
Facebuster!
Man, that was vicious.
With the counter! The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the 2 best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are 2 very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Suplex! Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell. And now Big E is under immense pressure.
Getting a taste of just how bad it can truly get inside the Uso penitentiary.
The New Day asked for this, demanded to defend their title in this unforgiving structure.
This is a bad position for the champ to be in now.
Hell in a Cell isn't just about trying to win the match, it's about struggling to survive.
Big E responds. New Day refer to this as their power lineup, but having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is
this is the shoulders down, championship on the line. He ends the pin attempt for some reason.
Oh, nice DDT.
Soul kick. Here we go. Jimmy going up high. Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious. more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole... complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to rest for good. Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this rivalry.
And that could be the reason the New Day chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match could finally put an end to it for good. And he's pulled the ring apron up. Looking cover. New champion coming. He cuts the pin attempt short. Goes under the ropes and into the ring. Look at this. Snap suplex. Biggie on the receiving end. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Whoa, that was a stinger shot to the back.
The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
It's never been just about the title, Saxton. It's about these two teams wanting to claim supremacy for themselves.
Bang! A consistent attack here from Jay.
And the Usos now showing how well they know the New Day.
Familiarity breeds contempt, and the Usos are showing their unfiltered disdain.
Boom! Uppercut!
That'll knock you silly.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Why on earth would he give up the pin?
He's got bad intentions.
Oh, my!
Oh, kick right to the gut. Oof.
Oh, he timed that counter well.
Oh, watch this. Northern Lights suplex.
Oh, he gets back into the ring. He's heading to the top turnbuckle. And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That heart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jay back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos!
Let's welcome these folks to the Uso Penitentiary.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old Bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time! I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia, and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match. She said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident headed into this match.
Oh, and everything you just said is indicative of the new attitude, the new personality of Bayley.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE. The NXT Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley has accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight, but once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the Women's Champion,
For the first time ever, we have a women's championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi. Will Bayley's record-setting reign end here tonight? Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Turns that away.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Oh, look at head scissor.
Can you still feel the glow when the lights are out?
Looking a little dazed here. Irish whip across the ring, gets reversed, counter now.
Down they go.
Takedown, and now punches right.
Good night.
And Naomi pin attempt by the champion. And she gets the shoulders up.
Early 1 count, just to wear her down a bit.
Stomping straight down on the arm.
She's got something in mind here.
Naomi put a stop to that.
Arm wringer applied. Top wrist lock. Opponent down to one knee. But this opponent still fighting back.
Oh, kick right to the gut.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression.
Sky high.
Look at the power. Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder.
High. Able to save herself there.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure.
Naomi's heading up top.
Perched up top, through the air, and connects.
They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Big flying forearm.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment. She is trying to shake the cobwebs, but she can barely stand. Oh, man, drop kick.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
Look at this. This is outrageous athleticism. What a head scissor takeover.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest-reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. That for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts. My, oh my, what elevation.
Oh, look at head scissor.
Can you still feel the glow when the lights are out?
Springboard, but nobody home.
Heading to the top now.
Perched up top, diving leg
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Boom! Read that one.
Naomi managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
Yeah, Naomi's survival instincts are taking over.
And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here. Being placed onto the top rope.
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Oh, look at head scissors.
Can you still feel the glow when the lights are out?
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Yeah, Naomi's at full throttle.
Shining wizard.
Right to the jaw.
Naomi climbs the ropes to a split-legged moonsault.
It just got as bad as it could for the champ.
Sunset flip applied.
Not done there.
Feel it, guys.
There
Feel it.
it is. I'm feeling it.
Ah, Bayley's dreams about to end here in this match. Can she hit? A couple of knees and then another one, and that'll force the break. Catches the kick.
Uh-oh. These two reaching a state.
Here's the pin. Title could be decided. The cover. The challenger stays alive.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
Naomi showing her instinct.
Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles. Oh, with authority. Bayley struggling to defend herself.
Bayley's being cut off at every pass. Boom! Rear view. Connecting. We might see a new champion
Takes the cover. Now we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has ended. The Glow era has begun.
Bayley was as aggressive in this match as she's ever been, but Naomi's...
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Alpha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these 4 men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon are ready for
what they'll get from Alpha and Sika. And then some.
The following contest is a tag team tables match. And a combined weight of 603 pounds. Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys.
It takes a strong brotherly bond to agree to go into battle against the Wild Samoans, but that's exactly what Bubba Ray and Devon have.
I have a strong feeling this match isn't going to be for the faint of heart.
Oh, look, the Dudley Boys may not be all there in the head, but they're easily the most highly decorated tag team in pro wrestling history. They've beaten the best, they've beaten the toughest, and they're ready to come in and beat the wildest tonight.
Both the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are coming into this tables match with something to prove. Who's the best tag team of all time? Who's the more cohesive, brotherly unit?
Who's more savage? Who's more extreme? Gentlemen, we are moments away from finding out the answers to these questions once and for all.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Alpha and Sika clearly not looking to back down here.
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the lion's den.
Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. And we can hope on how this match was something almost... And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
And out at ringside is not the place you want to be grounded.
Two-on-two tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality.
Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind ever again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense.
A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it'll take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take it from the top and enters back into the ring. Oh, he cuts it off. Stomping. Ouch. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Well, maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt. He's zoning in, has something big in store. That's how you unleash brutality. Find the animal in you.
Such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior.
Ooh, what a punch.
That's how you stop your opponent.
What a display. Flying.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down. Completely flattened, and that should do it. That has to do it. Being carried around now.
Some showboating from Sika here.
And the Wild Samoans always...
Oh, look out! And it is indeed time for Devon to get the tables. Spine buster! Toss their opponent. Big blow could be felt throughout the arena.
Now looking to do battle right here in front of us. Headbutt to the gut!
He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd.
Headlock cinched in, and he gets delivered back into the ring.
Taken down by the neck.
And a counter by Alpha.
Hopped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the... Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming. Submission is in tight, but is this the smartest form of attack right now?
Victory is only possible in the ring. This is just about displaying your control in this match. And look at him tapping. He's had enough, but it doesn't even matter in this scenario.
What a sick thud from that table.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
Oh, what a... Devon now has the opponent set up.
And he just got caught good once again.
Looks like the gas tank is running past E now. Double axe handle taking flight.
Look out below!
Watch out.
Well, the hood of the announce table just ripped off here on the monitors as well.
Some bad intentions here, guys.
Under the ropes and back into the ring.
Alpha turning up the intimidation factor. The WWE Universe is pouring more fuel on his fire right now. He's looking to make a moment here. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. This fight is pumping him up.
He finds a counter for Bubba Ray. Stiff headbutt.
That last shot did major damage. Blood's running down his face. Oh man. Repeated hits like that are going to add up.
I don't think this table's going to last much longer.
And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.